Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Diving right into it here. A ton of news, a ton of momentum coming from last week. We saw crazy shift in crypto and just a ton of bullish momentum. And I think we're going to continue that route. Let's dive right into it here as we look at what we talked about yesterday, HBAR. Now, another article came out, news source came out regarding HBAR. HBAR, board member and former Binance US CEO Brian Brooks has been named a potential candidate for SEC chairman. Now, we all know Gary Gensler's out. We already know it's just a matter of time. Typically, when there's a change in presidencies, typically that position's wiped out with whoever comes in. Doesn't want them there, they go. We all know Gary Gensler has done a horrendous job with embracing or providing clarity for the cryptocurrency industry. That's all going to change. He's out the way. So now the potential SEC chair candidates, none other than Brian Brooks, who is on HBAR's board. Okay. Former Binance US CEO. And the stars are aligning, right? If he gets into the SEC chair, and the same news about if U.S. cryptocurrencies are, have zero capital gains tax, you may never want to sell your HBAR. You may never want to sell your HBAR. We see this article here about Hedera partnering, and also the satellite powered by Hedera will facilitate transactions of cryptocurrency in space. Okay, the stars are aligning here, guys. The stars are aligning. If you just pay attention, the stars are aligning. Now, I know HBAR and Cardano have not been the sexiest plays, but think about it. Think about all the projects that were like the sexiest. You talk about Ondo, right? And we look here on CoinMarketCap. We talk about Ondo. We talk about Sui, Toncoin, right? Those are the sexy projects. I truly believe it's going to take some of these projects that have all the utility in the world, right? And all the science backing it, the peer-reviewed methods to rise above and to show their true value, especially when countries, nations are adopting the tech. And there's a reason why other countries and nations are not adopting the same tech. Okay. So pay attention to that and be mindful of that. And Hedera is has done and is doing everything correctly. So definitely a big shout out to HBAR, Hedera, and I definitely am looking forward to seeing that momentum, because right now, if you guys have been accumulating HBAR, which we've been talking about, I don't think we've ever talked about it above 10 cents. I think we have, most of the time this year, the accumulation zone has been between 3 and 6 cents. If you've gotten that range already, you're already 4x already. Okay, 2 to 4x already, just by accumulating when times were down. Okay, so that alone is very, very exciting. You may never sell your HBAR in the United States. You may never have to, or you may never want to, because you don't get capital gains. Honestly, you may just roll all your crypto into HBAR, and there's multiple plays, very exciting times as we look at that. We took a look at Cardano real quick. Cardano to see more drop against Bitcoin before year end. Analyst Ben Cohen. I get it. I just don't see the point. I don't see the point. It doesn't matter. What difference does that make? No one's worried about if it drops in tandem with Bitcoin, right? It's a good indicator, sure, but we all know that Cardano is going up. So whether it goes up or down in comparison to Bitcoin doesn't make a difference, at least to us. It doesn't really make a difference. We just want to profit. We want to roll it over, and it's a good analysis. But let me look here, kind of see if there's the why behind it. Bitcoin struggling to breach level reached in late 2020. Imagine now being able to say that Bitcoin dominance has dropped below 60%. Saying he's open-minded, and Ben Cohen's very, very on top of like everything in relation to Bitcoin, right? But for me, I'm like, I just never thought about the importance, because I'm like, okay, if I make $500,000 on an altcoin and Bitcoin's 200 grand, just roll it over. I just got my Bitcoin, and I started with well under a Bitcoin. Either way, profit's there. So, but diving into this analysis, I don't really think it makes a difference. I remember at the all-time high last time, I think Bitcoin was at 70. Let's say Bitcoin is around 70K and Cardano was at $3. I literally started with one Bitcoin into Cardano, right? One Bitcoin into Cardano turned into way more than four Bitcoin. Yeah, a little bit under 4 Bitcoin. So either way, I'm up. So I don't care whether 88 of the Bitcoin, it makes no difference to me. The profit is the profit. The value is the value. Take your altcoins, you can roll them into Bitcoin, and almost that be your store of value. That be your gold, right? Altcoins help you get more Bitcoin. Bitcoin's king. Altcoins are key to get you more Bitcoin. 1000%. So cool article there. I'm not really going to dive that much into it, but taking a look here at Ripple accelerate stablecoin launch with RLUSD transfers to unknown Ethereum wallets. So we're seeing this movement as well. Pretty much it seems like the most undervalued plays have been the most shockers to a lot of people, because they didn't have a lot of hype. I remember a couple months ago, let's say 6 months ago, people were saying, I'm selling all my Ripple. I'm done with Ripple. I'm done with XRP. I'm selling it all. Right? That was the notion. And for me, I had friends telling me that too. And I'm like, listen, I don't recommend it. It don't seem right. Just because I've been in the industry, and typically what happens is you'll see what's happening right now. You'll see projects that were, dead in the dust, all of a sudden rise from the ashes. Right? And so we see that here. XRP is now over $1. Hasn't been over $1 in years, right? But it took everyone saying, "Oh, it's done, it's over with," and that's typically what happens. Typically, what happens is those projects you're not thinking about, the projects that don't have those hype, the projects that no one's talking about on social, no one's talking about on YouTube, that are going to rise. Like Stellar's performing well as well. Like projects you did not even think were going to be there, but they have the foundation. The foundation is built with them. The foundation is already there. It's built, and ultimately they're adding real life value to the marketplace. So XRP did the same thing. So when you talk about Ripple accelerating and Ripple doing this thing, with the stablecoin tracker, you can see it. I definitely think that the stars are aligning for the projects that were essentially the most undervalued and underappreciated, for sure, because you're not hearing much about these other projects that were the top projects. Like, and I get it, like we look at Render, like Render was talked about crazy. Render's still 30. Render's doing well, but in comparison, looking at the price point, the barrier to entry, right? The barrier to entry, I mean, Render never went under $4, right? So you're talking about projects that were in the pennies, 5 cents, 3 cents. I think Cardano at one point was down to 20 cents, right? You're talking about projects that were in the cents that are now clear. Even if they didn't clear $1 yet, they're heading there very quickly. So I know HBAR's not heading there, but Cardano is almost at $1. I think it's at about 70 cents right now. And we're seeing that momentum. Ripple is, XRP is killing it, clearing $1, shocking everyone. I still held my bag. We still had our bag. And like I said this on Twitter or X the other day. It's almost like you want to take the projects that people are saying are dead and buy them. The opportunity that we've seen there, second to none, right? Second to none, especially the ones that have real value, real use cases, and, may not be the sexiest, but are, adding real life value. So love what I'm seeing here. Love what we are, what we are seeing in the markets. And take a look at Bitcoin really quick. Going to the weekly time frame, we see here that we've made a new high clearly. Doesn't show any signs of slowing down, but we are seeing on the 4 hour, we saw that, we had this little triangle here, broke out of that and continuing upwards. So, everyone's saying 100K is in reach. We'll see how we get there. We'll see how we get there. This is what a bull market looks like, guys. This is what a bull market looks like. Enjoy the ride. Have your profits targets. Have your profit targets and take them. Okay? Bull markets don't last forever. Unfortunately. They don't last forever. Pullbacks happen. Market shifts do change. Is this going to be different? I don't know. We never had a pro crypto government officials, never seen before. Last bull run we were going against the grain, essentially going against the grain. So this may be something like we've never seen before, because the sentiment and the information and the biases have changed cryptocurrency as a whole, guys. So definitely wanted to share that. Hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.